Today we will try to understand absolute value equations, how to solve absolute value equations. So let's start with the basic definition of an absolute value. When we say absolute value, we mean distance from zero of any number on the number line. So let's say we have absolute value of -4. And also we have absolute value of 4. So absolute value of 4, based on the definition, means that the distance of 4 from 0. So that's absolute value of 4. Since the distance cannot be negative, so absolute value of 4 will be 4. If you look at the absolute value of -4, based on definition again, we mean the distance of -4 from 0 again. So since distance is always positive, so absolute value of -4 is also +4. So that's the basic definition of the absolute value. That's why all the absolute values should be positive. So let me try to say the key concept in absolute value equations. So let's say we have absolute value of x equals a. So in here we have two options. The first option is x could be a, or x could be negative a, so that we can a as the final result. But that's only possible when a is greater or equal than 0. So absolute value functions, if absolute value function of x equals a, it's either a, x is either a, or x is negative a if a greater or equal than 0. Another concept that I would like to say, there is no solution if a less than 0, which means we don't have something absolute value of x equals negative a, for example. That's not possible. So let's do some examples to increase our understanding. Let's say we have absolute value of x equals 7. If that's the case, what is the solution? Or what is x, in other words? So if absolute value of x equals 7, as I said before, there's two options. X either 7 or x equals -7. So these are the two possible solutions for x. So they mean absolute value of 7 equals 7, or absolute value of -7 equals 7. Another example, let's say we have absolute value of x plus 3 equals 5. Again, we have two options. The first option, x plus 3 equals 5, which means the term inside of the absolute value is 5. That's the first option. The second option is x plus 3 equals -5. So we will solve the equation based on these two possibilities. So let's start with the first possibility. If x plus 3 equals 5, to isolate x, we need to subtract 3 from both sides. On the left side, +3, -3 are cancelled out. So I have x equals 5 minus 3, which is 2. So x is 2. as the first option. As the second option, x plus 3 equals -5. Again, to isolate x, I need to subtract 3 from both sides. So left side, the 3's are gone. X equals -5 minus 3, which is going to be -8. So these are the two solutions, x equals 3 or x equals -8. Another example, 2 times absolute value x minus 1 equals 10. So we multiply the absolute value by 2. So let's simplify the expression a little bit. Let's divide both sides by 2. On the left sides, 2's are cancelled out, so I have absolute value of x minus 1 equals 10 divided by 2, 5. Now I can apply the two possibilities. X minus 1 is 5, or x minus 1 equals -5. So I need to solve the both cases. Let's start with the first one. To isolate x, I need to add 1 to both sides. So x equals 5 plus 1, 6. That's my first answer. And the second case, x minus 1 equals -5. Again, to isolate x, I need to add 1 to both sides. And I have x equals, on the left side, -1, +1 are cancelled out. X equals -5 plus 1, which is -4. So that's the second answer. X equals 7, first solution. X equals -4 is the second solution. So let's say we have absolute value x plus 2 equals -4. So as we mentioned in the beginning, in the definition of the absolute value, since absolute value is a distance, it cannot be negative. So when we see this kind of expression, we can easily say that there is no solution, since a distance cannot be negative. So this type of expressions has no solution. Another example, absolute value of 3x minus 2 equals 7. Again, two options. The term inside of the absolute value, which is 3x minus 2, could be 7, or it could be -7. Let's solve the both cases. Let's start with the expression on the left. So first I will isolate 3x. To do that, I need to add 2 to both sides. On the left side, -2 plus 2, they are cancelled out. I have 3x. On the right side, 7 plus 2, 9. And the second step will be dividing both sides by 3 to get only x. So on the left sides, 3's are cancelled out, and I have only x. On the right side, 9 divided by 3, which is 3. So that's my first solution. Second case, 3x minus 2 equals -7. Again, I will start isolating 3x. So I'm adding 2 to both sides. -2 plus 2 are cancelled out. I have 3x equals -7 plus 2, which is going to be -5. So as the second step, I will divide both sides by 3. So 3's are cancelled out. So I have x equals -5 over 3. That's my second solution. X equals 3 or x equals -5 over 3. Another example, 1 over 2 absolute value 2x plus 1 equals 3. So let's start with getting rid of 1 over 2. To do that, I can multiply both sides of the equation by 2. So on the left side, 2 times 1 divided by 1 divided by 2. So 2's are cancelled out. So I have then absolute value 2x plus 1 equals, on the right side, 3 times 2, 6. So I can apply the two possible scenario, which is the term inside of the absolute value, which is 2x plus 1, could be positive 6 or negative 6. So 2x plus 1 equals, let's say, 6. As the another option, 2x plus 1 equals negative 6. So let's start with the one on the left side. 2x plus 1 equals 6. I can subtract 1 from both sides. So I have on the left side 2x equals, 1's are cancelled out, 6 minus 1, 5. So divide both sides by 2. 2's are cancelled out on the left side. And on the right side I had 5 over 2. So x equals 5 over 2. That's the first solution. The second one, again, I can subtract 1 from both sides. So it becomes 2x on the left side equals negative 6 minus 1, negative 7. So again, divide both sides by 2. 2's are cancelled out. Write it here. X equals negative 7 over 2. So these are my solutions. X is 5 over 2, or x is negative 7 over 2. Let's do one more. So let's say I have 2 times x minus 1 plus 3 equals 13. So I can start by subtracting 3 from both sides. Negative 3, negative 3. So the expression becomes 2 times x minus 1 equals positive 3 minus 3, they are gone. 13 minus 3, 10. Next step, we'll be dividing both sides by 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2. 2's on the left side are cancelled out. So I have x minus 1 in absolute value, 10 divided by 2, which is 5. So if I start from here, so x minus 1 is either 5 or x minus 1 is negative 5. So for the first option, if x minus 1 equals 5, I'm adding 1 to both sides. These are cancelled out. So x equals 5 plus 1, 6. That's my first solution. As the second case, x minus 1 equals negative 5. So I'm adding 1 to both sides again. So negative 1 plus 1 are cancelled out again. So x equals negative 5 plus 1, which is negative 4. So these are the two possible solutions to the equation. X equals 6 or x equals negative 4.